We're gonna do a damn good sandwich. I hope you're ready. What do you think? Pretty cool? Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Jay Smith Outdoors. It's been a minute. We're getting through this winter, 2021, and it's February, President's Day, and it's the time of year around here where we can start tapping trees for maple syrup. So we're going to go out and tap our first tree of the year today. Last year, just got into this. You got these little taps, drill a hole into the side of the maple tree, hammer this into the tree. 3-foot hose. We got these buckets. These buckets I got from the local supermarket. A food grade bucket. Where you tap the hole into the tree. Hose goes into the bucket. Sap goes in the bucket, and you got your bucket to collect it. You can get these taps on Amazon for like 20 bucks for like 10 of them. You got 10 buckets, load them up, and good to go. So let's see what happens. Let's get into it. All right, guys. So before we get out into the woods here today, there's a couple things we're going to need. Got our taps, our hose, and you're going to need a nice drill, about 3/4 drill. And we got for these particular taps, you need a 5/16 inch drill bit. And you want to go, it's recommended about 2 inches, 2.5 inches, the most into the tree, between 2 and 2.5 inches. So we're going to take the 2.5 inch mark right there. We're going to tape it off so we make sure we don't go any deeper than that into the tree. If you go any deeper than 2.5 inches, you could damage the tree. So they don't recommend doing that. Take that off. So you take that off 2.5 inches. Put it in our drill. Crank her up to drill. We're ready to go. So if you look at that, we're not going to want to go in that far, but there we go. Ready to head out into the woods and drill some holes. All right, we're heading outside. You can see we got snow on the ground today. Getting out here. Gonna start off with 3 buckets, 3 tubes. Let's go check it out. Over here we got our 55-gallon drum. This is what we store the sap in. We collect it daily and fill that up. And usually about a week I was getting last year. Get that full, and then on the weekend boil it off. You can see I got our boiler set up out there, right here out by the chickens. Chickens don't really like the snow and the cold, so they've been staying inside the coop. But we got a nice big maple here right by the coop. Minimum diameter to tap a maple tree is 12 inches. This one here is just 24, 28 inches, so you can actually get two taps into that one tree. Okay guys, so once again here we are out at our maple tree. We've got about a 3 feet line of hose. We got our tap. We got our drill. These are the things you need if you're out here going to tap for maple syrup. And we got our hammer. Hammer we're going to use, tap that into the tree. And then here's our bucket. So our bucket, we drilled a little hole on the side, just big enough for the tubing to go through. Cap it off, and then we'll set it up here. Run the hose in, and we're good to go. All right, so let's pick a good spot on the tree. You want to be at least 18 inches up off the ground if you're going to do a tap in the tree. This one, we're kind of on a hill, so we're going to be up right around this area. You also want to, this is the south side, so the sun moves over this way. You want to tap your tree where the sun is going to hit it. You can see I have a mark last year. We tapped this tree before over here. I'm going to try and move it over around the side. One other tip, if you look up at the tree, if you find a big branch moving off, you kind of want to tap on that branch because that'll be drawing a lot of sap up and it'll send a lot of the sap down at night. So look up for a big branch and mark your hole in that same location. And again, we have our tape. This is about 2.5 inches. We don't want to go any deeper than that. We'll mark our big branch. Drill your hole. You can see got in there about 2.5 inches. Not seeing too much sap running just yet, but that's okay. Still been a little cold. We haven't had the warm days yet. We take our tap. Make sure it's cleared out, nothing in it. Line it up. Get your hammer and just tap it in. Once you get that tapped in, take your hose, line the hole. And we're gonna have to cut that off. What's up, chickens? Good morning, chickens. What's going on, chickens? Gonna keep an eye on the maple syrup this year. All right, guys, so this piece of hose I reused from last year, pulled the old tap out of it. The old tap was on this end, the new tap I put on the other end, so I'm gonna have to cut this off so that it fits in the, because it nippled out a little bit from the tap. We're gonna just cut off a little bit so I can get it in the bucket. So now, pick up where we left off. Got tap in the tree, got our little hole in the bucket here. This should pop right in, nice and snug. And you'll see, sap's just going to run down, drip into the bucket. Get the bucket right close to the tree here. Put our lid on if we can get it on. A little cold, I think, for the lid. We might have to find a rock to place on top of there. Keep that lid on. All right, so that guy will sit right there by the tree. Sap will start running down. We'll fill it up and we'll check it later on. Check it tomorrow. It's a pretty big maple we're looking at here. And you see when we go up, we got a nice big branch here. It's just in line with our tap. So hopefully once it starts running, we'll get some good syrup out of that tree. Here we are on the back side of the same tree we just tapped. You can see it's a nice big monster maple. I think we're gonna put another tap on the front side here, right about here. So you can see if you want to put a little bit of slight angle up on the drill when you do it, just for the, help the gravity flow. You can see got some sap dripping out, so that's a good sign. Also not a bad idea. Got a little stick. Make sure you get all the wood chips and whatnot out of the hole. Anything that might slow down the sap flow. So here's the same model tap I used from last year. These are the ones you find on Amazon. Get like 12 for 20 bucks. Same style, same idea. This one's just not clear. So we're gonna put the bucket right down here on this one. When you're tapping these into the tree, you can kind of hear, I think on the last video I could tell there was the sound. When it's time to stop, the sound changes with the hammer. Kind of feel it bounces a little different, makes a little bit different tune. Make sure it's snug in there, nothing leaking out. Once again, find the hole in your bucket, pop the hose in. Nice snug fit. Find a good place, solid ground for it to sit on. We'll throw her up here. Be a better position for it over there. There you have it. That's how you tap a tree. Let's do a few more. Quite a few animal tracks out here. You got some deer. You know about these little ones? We do have bobcats around. That looks more like a raccoon or something. Definitely deer track down there. So here we come to another big maple. If you're not sure what a maple tree looks like, the Canadian flag has a big maple leaf on it, but the best time of year to mark your maple trees is in the fall, in the summer. They definitely stand out, their leaves and leaf type. Otherwise you can tell the bark kind of here. Give you an idea of what the maple trees look like around here. But this tree here was a good producer last year, so I'm gonna mark it again, see how we do. All right, so you can see last year where we tapped this tree last year. At the end of the year, it's gonna scar over. Hammered in a little piece of wood in there to help plug it up and help the healing. So this is another big tree, over 24 inches around, so you can put multiple taps, maybe even 3 into this one, but usually just do 2. So last year we had one there, one over here. In between these two, if we go up the tree, you can see there's a big branch coming off right up there. So this year we might try move over around on this side a little bit. This tree does get a lot of sun, but that's what happens year after year. It's gonna get covered up. It's no big deal. The trees can handle it. Let's get to tapping another one. guys, hope you enjoyed that. We got about 4 buckets out. We got 5 more to go so far this year anyway. I got 9 out. Put about 9 out last year and had more sap than I could boil, so see what happens this year. So far we're on our way. Alright, so here's our boiling setup. This little 55-gallon drum. I got a kit on Amazon, of course, for a front door and chimney stack. Got the chimney at Home Depot. A couple pans. And cut out the top here. Pan sits down in and boils up pretty good. I'll clip in some pictures here of last year's boil just for excitement. But that's the deal. Works pretty good for what it is. You have your ones. Another thing I like to do is put the bucket behind the tree so the sun comes, kind of shades the bucket a little bit, keeps the sap cool. That's it, boys and girls. We're done. Trees are tapped. Now it's just time to wait. Fill up the buckets. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed today's episode. Now we're going to come inside and snuggle up by the fire and warm up. A little bit rainy out there today. So that's step one to making maple syrup. Is collecting the sap. Hope you enjoyed that. Going to take you along this year on the adventure. Last year we did pretty well. I spend a lot of time boiling. Takes a while for boil all the water off, so you get that nice maple syrup. Well, that's about all we have for today, guys. Thanks for watching Jay Smith Outdoors. Like, subscribe, smash that notification bell so you don't miss an episode. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Good night.